Hey everybody, this is Ron with our DIY Homestead, and today's project is going to be we're getting ready for our pigs. We're getting 2 pigs, so I have to get an area fenced in for them, and we are going to be using an electric fence. So I just need to clear some grass. I've already got the area marked out. They're going to have about 1,800 square feet to mill around in. And what I'm going to be doing is weed eating down. I'm going to be off this fence maybe about a foot, and then I'm going to go down 42 feet that way, 42 feet out, 42 feet back up here, and then back over to here, and that'll give them a nice big area. And then I'm going to be building an enclosure for them so they can get out of the sun. Yeah, we got a lot to do. Get them in a couple of weeks, so I need to get busy. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. It's already 84 degrees, it's supposed to get up to 101 today. So I need to get busy and get out of the sun as soon as I can. So let's get busy with weed eating, and then we'll start putting the fence up. All right, the next step is going to be putting the fence up. Hopefully it won't get tangled up like I did it last time. And let's get busy. There, the fence is up. I got to go through and I got some guide wires to go off the corners to help keep it taut. I'm going to put them up, and then we're waiting for our charger to get here today. Now I'll be back out to put that in there. So we'll see you in the next step. All right, we are ready to hook up our fence charger. I've got my T-post that the charger is going to sit on top of. I got my grounding rod right here. We'll pound that down into the ground most of the way. Then we'll set the charger up, hook the wires up, and we'll be ready for the fence to be charged. And then I got a tester, I'll check it. So let's get this post in. I think, which way do I want to have it? Let's go this way. Let me check it first. I want to make sure I get the post in the right way. Yep, that's the way. Face it the wrong way and you won't be able to get it on there. Doesn't have to go in the ground too far, but that'll be good. Now we'll pound in our grounding rod. just a brass grounding rod. Ooh, wiggle, wiggle. Get it in there as deep as we can because we want a really good ground. Just like that. Doesn't take long to do this, but a little bit of effort. So we'll set this up. I faced it this way because the sun comes up over on this side, so I'll get sun on the panel most of the day. And then we'll hook up our wires. We'll go red to the fence. Hook up the fence first. Let's do this side. There's red. Hook the ground up. That popped off, but we'll get it on there. Just like that. So we're all hooked up. I'll turn it on. Let's just do a slow pulse for now. And we'll take our tester. This one we just ground it right into the ground. It's working great. This line, or this charger, fence charger, will go up to 12,000 volts with a 1.2 joule holding. So, and we are, let me get away from it, let it zero out. And get on here. We're pulling about 8,000 volts, 7.7. And then it jumps up to, when it pulses and shocks. Let me see what, it doesn't stay up on that high end very long. I go down here and test this one. Going about 10,000 volts on the pulse. So I think that'll be good for the keeping the pigs in. They've got plenty of room to roam around, so they're not going to be pushing on the fence too much. And if they do, then we'll just change things up and go refortify it. What I am going to do is I've got another electric fence around this one that the pigs are going to be in, and I'm going to have that one up and running and wired as well. So I'll have a dual line just in case something doesn't go right, and they all stay in the same area. All right, Today we're going to be building a pig hut, which is the next part of our project in the back. We're just getting pigs next week, so we got to get everything ready. We've got a 50-inch by 100 or 16-foot long cattle panel. We got some 2x4s, and I've got another board that is going to be support for the back side of it. It's just going to be a dome, nothing real fancy. But first thing I'm going to do is cut a couple 2x4s, get them to I'm going to cut them 51 inches long. That'll give me plenty of room inside to get it wiggled in there when I bow this cattle panel up. So that'll be the first thing. Let's get it going. All right, the next step for this is to put the tarp on it. I had to order one, so this is the next day. But yeah, we got a 10x14 16 mil tarp, UV protected. I got white because it reflects heat. So let's get this put on and we'll go from there. Here it is from the front. I've got a nice little area. It's going to be shaded. I'm going to be turning it this way so the opening's facing out into the field. That'll give them the most shade during the day. So all I need to do is pull it into place, and we're off to the next project, which is going to be the water. We'll get that going. All right, we are on to the water. So we're going to take this 55-gallon drum, put a couple nipples on them for the pigs. You just got to bite down on it and the water runs out. So yeah, so I will be cutting the top off I'm going to go up underneath the lip here and cut all the way around because I have to get down inside. So I'm going to set up and do that. I'm over here by the shed in the shade, so we're going to be working up here for a little while. It's only about 10:30 in the morning and the heat index is already at 94, so it's going to be a warm one today. So let me set the camera up and we will get started cutting this barrel up. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sawzall this thing right off, right down on this groove. Got a nice little line that I can keep it straight. Once I get the top off, then I've got a deburring tool and I'll smooth it all off. Not that the pigs would get into it, but that's more for my safety when I get down inside there to clean. So let's get started on cutting this thing off. Alright, we are out here in the new pig pen. I put the water bucket out here. We just put the nipples in. I think I'm going to leave it on the ground for right now because they're pretty young pigs. But I'm sure I'll have to raise it up when they get older. Yeah, I'm going to be dumping it and cleaning it out every once in a while, so that won't be a big deal. So the next step is to put up the shade cloth. I don't have it yet, but I will get it tonight, and we'll get that put on, because I'm just going to put a shade cloth over this and over an area around there, the water, so when they make their wallow that they can be right there by the water and I can fill the wallow as I'm filling the water. So let's get that tarp or the shade cloth and we'll go from there. Alright everybody, I went ahead and got the shade tarp, got it put up, got all the waters filled, got the feeders filled, and we got something else. We got our two little pigs. We got a male and a female. The female is the dark brown one, the male is the black and white one, of course. Their names are Zoe and Zane. They're just out here chilling. I just hosed them down so they're nice and cool. We're trying to create a wallow for them, but yeah, there they are. So that will end this video, and we will see you in the next one.